right, next thing I need to do, working on the barn for the chickens to get ready. I've got some wire up. I did some fencing for them, and I got some of that done the other day. And now I'm going to come out here to the workshop since it's kind of cold and snowy and can't really do anything else. I'm going to come out here. I've got a fire going out here in the stove. It's good and warm out here. I'm going to go ahead and do some nesting boxes, and I thought I would show you how I'm doing this. I'm not sure if it's going to work or not. I've got the information off the internet just like everybody else. We'll see. I'll show you how I did my layout and my design. Hopefully it'll help you too. If this works, and I'm going to, like I say, I'm going to do a follow-up video, and I'm going to show you how it works if it does, and then you're going to know. You won't have to do all the experimentation that I'm doing. You can just follow these instructions. I'm not going to charge anything for this. I just hope it blesses somebody else out there, and they can make a nesting box that rolls away and their eggs stay nice and clean, because that's a problem that I've had is my eggs don't stay clean. And so I'm kind of disgusted with that, and what I decided to do is just go ahead and make this roll-away nest box and after other people's designs and just see how it goes. Oh, by the way, this over here is my brooder. It's an outside brooder that I made this past year. I put my little chicks out there. It's big enough for about 30 of them. It's got heat lamps and all their food and everything in there, and then I don't have to have them in the garage, which is where I used to have them when I was hatching them out. That's a vast improvement right there. I'll show you that someday, and how I built it. But for now, we're going to go in the shop and we're going to build these nesting boxes. Like I say, you can follow along. I've made detailed drawings of all the dimensions so that you won't have to figure that out. So here we go. In here. Oh yeah. So let me turn this down. This doesn't need to be open now. It's going pretty good. All right, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to show you my project here. This is where I'm actually making the sides. These are going to be the side walls for this nesting box, and I'm going to show you the dimensions here. Hopefully you can see this. This is it's going to have a 12-degree slope, and the reason I'm doing a 12-degree slope is because that's what there was a university did a lot of testing on this, and what they found was the 12-degree slope was what the hens preferred. They would use a 14-degree slope, but they wouldn't spend as much time in there, and they didn't use that box as much as the ones that had the 12. Now, what I'm going to have when I'm finished is a 12-degree slope, and I'm going to have the AstroTurf mat down in here that I bought from, let's see, where did I get those at? Trying to remember. Hen Gear, I think it was. Yeah, Hen Gear. I bought a large mat. I bought a 72-inch mat by 19.5 inches. And so I made these boxes to work out with that. And each one of my pens, I'm going to have 5 different pens. Each one of my pens, well, actually 4 of the pens, will have hens in them. And so those pens are going to have these nesting boxes, 2 nesting boxes per pen. Now, these are small. They're not big enough for a bunch of hens to get into at once, only one, so I'm going to have 2 of these in each pen. That will give them 2 nesting boxes. Hopefully they won't fight too much, but you know chickens, they probably will. Anyhow, back to the design here. So the design here was 13.5 inches. That kind of looks like an 18, but it's 13.5 inches over to this point, which is the depth of the nesting box, the depth. From that point on, it's going to be 6 inches. I don't know if you can see it or not, but that's 6 inches right here is going to be the rollout portion of the nest box where the eggs will roll out into. That way they're far enough away from the chickens that they can't, once they roll away, they won't be able to peck the eggs and break them or anything like that. This actually is my template. I'll stand up here for you to see it. And that's kind of, it gives you an idea what it looks like. It's got the roll-away part on the where I'm holding it up. You can see there's a slope on that, and that's the same angle as the floor. That's 12 degrees. And then it's just a 19. I think this is it's 19 inches tall. I know it doesn't look like it in the camera because it distorts, but it's 19 inches tall, and it's 19 and a half. Let's see, 13. Yeah, 19.5 inches this way. So 19.5 inches all the way across here, 6 inches for the rollout box, 13.5 for where the hens will actually be inside here. I hope it's explanatory enough that you can understand it. Now I'm going to go ahead and use my template here and mark some other ones so that I'll know what I need to cut out. In fact, I've marked several of these already. They're all laying over here on the saw. As you can see, this has got the pencil marks on it already, ready to be cut out. I'm going to mark all the rest of them. Got a bunch of them to do. Since I have 8 nesting boxes, I got 16 of these I got to mark. I'm not going to drag you through that with me. You'll see me cutting a few, but that's about it. And then I'm going to go on to the installation of how these things get put together. The first thing I've done is I've got all my side panels cut out. Side panels are the things that I was working on earlier, and I made the template of, and you saw me cutting out the pieces. Here's what they look like. I'm just going to show you. This is the side of one of the nesting boxes, and that's what I was working on. Since then, I went ahead and I made the bottom that the mats are going to sit on. This is AstroTurf mats that I'm buying. And I'm going to cut them to size so they'll fit on these trays. These trays are made out of 3/4 inch material and then just 1.5 inch hardware cloth stapled to that. They're going to fit in the bottom, and they're going to be up on an angle, sloped, kind of like that, so that the egg will roll down. These are the tops. These will go on to the top of the nesting boxes, and then down under here, underneath my saw over here on the floor, I've got one actually sitting down here that I put together. Let me get it up out of here. Let's see. So put it up on the table here so you can see it. Now this is what it looks like from the side with the top on it, and you can see the slope of the angle right there, and then inside you can see how this is angled. I don't have an egg out here to show you. Let me just get something over here. I'll go over here and get some scrap out of here. Just get a piece of PVC pipe and show you how this works. This is in the back, the hand laser egg, and then it rolls right to the front. And I'm going to have, obviously there'll be a board across here. And then there'll be the matting in there, so it won't be so violent when it comes down. Anyhow, so that's where I'm at right now. I'm going to cut some more pieces. The piece that goes across here, piece that goes up in here across, and then of course the back. And when I get one pretty much done, I'll show you what they look like. All right, here we are now with an overview of the nesting boxes that I have completed. What you'll notice first here, the first angle that I'm going to show you is how a hen would see it. She's coming in from the inside of the pen, and this is where she would lay her egg, and then it would roll down towards the back where it would be hard, if not impossible, for her to get to the egg, so she couldn't peck the egg and eat the eggs or anything like that. The next view is just several of them here, and the lids are closed. This is the side that'll be on the outside of the pen. Here's where I'll collect the eggs and the lid that goes down that will protect them until I get to them. And so anyhow, that's an overview of what they look like, and I sure hope this helps somebody out there. As always, I'm Bob. God bless, and have a great day.